the engine built by Vogue for its own bikes. Is it any different? Today, we are tearing down a Vogue 500 engine. Let's see if there is any difference between this and the Kove 500, Morwin 500, and other similar engines. In my previous videos, I have torn down the Kove and Morwin engines, which are also based on this 500 cubic centimeters platform. As for the clutch, they all use FCC clutches. There's no mistake about this clutch. They all use paper-based clutch plates. The FCC clutch plates are made by Japan's FCC. The clutch basket is also identical, both are the FCC type. Let's look at the bearings. They use Japanese NTN bearings. This is exactly the same as the Kove, Hengjian, and Morwin 500 engines. So why does everyone doubt it? People always notice that Vogue's own engines are quite reliable. But when supplied to Kove and others, it's a different story. I specifically asked about the differences before, and Loncin's response was always the same. There is no difference. It's just that the tuning is different. Which means if the tuning is too aggressive, the probability of engine failure will naturally be higher. The camshaft and camshaft journals and the cylinder head show no signs of wear. Let's take a look at the valves. The valves are not deformed either, they look normal. And here, nothing unusual was found inside the cylinder head. Loncin's 500 cubic centimeters engine platform, when sold to other motorcycle manufacturers, is supplied without any modifications. However, for some specific models, the engine parts might be requested from a different supplier. If a manufacturer has their own supply chain, they might request Loncin during assembly to use parts from their preferred channels. After all, as a buyer, requesting to swap out certain components is totally acceptable. But that is not the case for this 500 cubic centimeters platform. The symptoms of this specific engine are abnormal noise and overheating. Judging by the sound, it seems to be rod knock. Let's check the crankshaft. The crankshaft looks fine. There seems to be no scoring. These are aluminum-based bearing shells. Both the Kove 500 and 525 crankshaft bearings use aluminum-based shells. The connecting rod looks fine from here, but the bearing shell didn't come off with it. One of the bearing shells is stuck to the crankshaft. Let's pry it off. It looks like it's scored. Let's take a closer look at this bearing shell. It is definitely scored. Abnormal wear and tear. Now let's check the left connecting rod. Remove the bolts. The bearing shell on this side is not scored. This connecting rod bearing is also aluminum-based. Alright, let's take out the crankshaft. Look, this is the crank pin for cylinder number 2. It's scored. See, the other half of the bearing shell is still stuck to it. Let's pop the shell off. This one looks even more severe. Let's bring over the other shell we just took off to take a good look and compare. This one is completely ruined. Let's check both of their connecting rods. The rods themselves are fine. No issues with them. So, the bearing shells, connecting rods, and crankshaft are exactly the same as those supplied to Kove Morwin and Hengjian. No difference at all. Let's look at the piston. There are some marks. That was close. The 500 series is known to consume a fair amount of engine oil. This trait was inherited from the Honda design. By the time the 525 came out, they updated the piston ring structure. The piston on this side looks fine. It's still usable. Let's look at the cylinder. The cylinder is in decent shape. The crosshatch marks are clearly visible. The cylinder can still be reused. Some minor signs of use are completely normal. Alright, the engine teardown is complete. There really is no difference. As for the actual power performance of this engine, you can check the Dongchaedi app. It has verified 0 to 100 km/h acceleration tests and performance scores. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.